Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Had a little technical delay there going on for a second, so thanks for hanging in there. Hey, today I want to talk about your uniqueness, really your core genius. Do you know what your core genius is? Now, as business owners, I know most of us we start our businesses and frankly, we become the chief cook and bottle washer. We're doing everything. We're doing our social posts. We're doing our emails. We're managing our books. We're dealing with clients. We're handling clients, teaching them, doing whatever we do, the coaching and consulting, and we're doing everything. And here's the deal: the thing that makes you unique. We talk about your story. Your story leads into your core genius. It leads into what it is that you do really well. That thing that you do better than anybody else does, because it is so ingrained in you, and it's that thing you can do in your sleep. Think about those things that you do that you can do just automatically. You don't even really need to think about it. There's lots of things. Back in my computer days, I used to say that all the time, is that I could literally take apart a computer and put it back together in my sleep because I was doing it all the time. So what I want to do is really quickly just to show you how to do a mind map, because I've been chatting with a lot of people and some are familiar with mind maps. Some have done them before. Other people are going, I have no idea what a mind map is. So a mind map is a tool that you can use for all kinds of things. And what we're going to use it for today is to mind map your core genius, that thing that makes you really super unique, that thing you do better than anybody else does. It's that thing that makes you the unicorn. It makes you stand out from the crowd. So I'm actually going to do a little show and tell. All you need is a piece of paper. So all you need to do this is a piece of paper. I'm going to turn this way. So all you need is a piece of paper. And in the center of the paper, you're going to put a circle and you're going to write in core genius. Now, if you are on our email list, if I can spell it right, if you're on our email list, you actually got these instructions in the email. If you're not, DM me and I'll be happy to add you to the email list. I need your permission first. I can't just add you. So now outside of this circle, you're just going to make lines. You're going to draw some lines out, just like a sun, right? So just like a sun, you're going to draw some lines out. Now, you're going to start filling in these lines. And what you want to put in them to discover your core genius are all of your skills. So what are those things that you know how to do? Now, one of the things I do recommend, go over here for a sec, is to use a timer. I have a little kitchen timer here. Reason I have a kitchen timer instead of using the timer on my phone is that if my phone starts ringing, if somebody messages me or something like that, I get distracted by it. Using this, I get my 2 minutes, a buzzer goes off when it's done, and I don't get distracted. So a 2-minute drill is something that's really useful when you're mapping your core genius out, because what it does is it makes your brain go, oh, I only have 2 minutes to get this down. I got to concentrate and really do this right. So when you think about mapping your core genius, just make your little mind map, and then you start filling in all those things that you do well, those things that you know how to do. It doesn't even have to be the things that you know how to do well. Just start filling in. Don't think, just right. So me, I have a tech background. So tech, I love to teach. So I love writing content. Writing content really gets me going. I love finding uniqueness. Finding unique. All right, so you get the picture. And what you're going to do is you're going to start filling all these things in. And you're going to go around your board. Now, here's the other thing. You can find mind maps. If you Google mind maps, you can find electronic mind maps all over the place. You can find them all over the place online. Don't type this in. Yeah, sure, you can create a document or use it in Canva. Canva has mind map templates. You can print one of them out, but I want you to handwrite whatever your core genius is, because when you're handwriting, you're using both hemispheres of your brain. So front, back, side, whatever, however you want to picture your brain there, you're using both hemispheres of your brain. When you type, you're only using one hemisphere. You're using the logical side of your brain, and the creative side is kind of getting blocked out because That's the way your brain works. And so I want you to use both hemispheres of your brain when you're doing your core genius. That's why I want you to write it out. And again, if you use Canva, or even if you just Google mind map and you say mind map template, you'll see images. Just go to the image section and you'll see images of blank mind maps. So if you want to print one out, it'll, instead of drawing your own little circle, you can do your own little thing there. And then just start filling it in. Give yourself that 2-minute drill. Give yourself 2 minutes and say, okay, I'm going to just start writing down everything that I know how to do. And your brain is automatically going to go to those things that you're doing like every day. So the stuff that you're doing now is going to start popping right out. So, I'm working with my clients. I'm doing this. I'm teaching nutrition. I'm teaching health stuff. I'm teaching business people how to create better emails. I'm teaching people how to do email marketing. I'm teaching people how to do social media stuff. Whatever it is, it's all going to come out here. Now you're going to let it go for a day. So because you got those creative juices flowing, your brain is going to, throughout your day, put your mind map aside, and throughout the day, I can guarantee you that your brain is going to go, oh yeah, I got this too. Oh yeah, and then I do this. Oh my gosh, I do this too. And you're going to start adding more stuff. And some of these lines here, you might go, okay, well, yeah, sure, I do tech. So I have tech on here, but what do I do with tech? Well, you know what? Out of tech, I can fix computers. I can analyze apps. So I work with apps. I do tech project management. There's a whole bunch of stuff out of tech that I can do. So you might have these little sub things. So by the time you get done, you might have all these little things coming out here like this. So you got this tree thing going on. So you might have a bunch of stuff in there. So now you put it aside and you start going, okay, well, I'm going to narrow down some of those pieces. And then you're going to add some more stuff to it. And then you're going to go back and you're going to sit there and you're going to look at it all. And here's what I like to do. And here's what I tell my folks to do. Go around to each one of the things that you put on here. First off, and put your finger on it. Tech. So when I say tech, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to look at it and go tech. And I'm going to notice how I feel. Now, if I go tech and I go, oh my God, I never, ever want to do that again. Yeah, I know it really well, but I never, ever, ever want to do it again. Then I'm going to cross that off because I might know how to do it, but I don't want to do it. Now, for me, it's not tech. So just as an example, for me, it's not tech. Fixing computers, I don't want to fix computers anymore. I fixed computers for a long, 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 long time. I installed them. I installed servers. I managed them. I did all kinds of stuff with them. I don't want to be, I don't even know the latest and greatest computers that are out there. I left that world. I don't want to do that anymore. However, if I go over here in apps with AI and all of the apps for running your business, I love that stuff. And because I have a programming background, I do it really well and I love to do it. So that one I'm going to circle. I'm going to go, oh, I like doing that. And I'm going to go through all these things and I'm going to circle the ones that really resonate with me. And then you're going to look at all the ones that you circled because I'm guessing that you're going to find the connection. And that connection is your core genius. And chances are pretty good that there's no one else in the world who has the same exact combination that you do. So, for example, for me, what sets me apart from the crowd? Well, a lot of people who have been through my courses say I have a completely different teaching style that they resonate with because I don't talk at people. I'm the unicorn. I'm looking for people to find their inner unicorn. And so what I do is I help you. I don't tell you do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. I help you discover what makes the most sense for you. And a lot of people don't do that. There's a lot of coaches out there that don't do that. They do the traditional business coaching where they say, okay, you need to do this, 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 and this, and you'll be successful. Yeah, well, I'm not a cookie cutter shop. So I don't do it that way. And one of the big things that sets me apart is not a lot of business consultants have a huge technical background like I have. That's part of my unicorn. That's part of my horn. When you think of that unicorn horn, right? You know, the little ridges, each one of those ridges is that little piece of your core genius. It's like, I do this a little bit different. I do this different. I add in tech. I can analyze apps. I literally just wrote a application specification sheet to go to an app guy that I know for one of my clients who wants a custom scheduling app created for them. So I got all of her requirements and I wrote the specification sheet so that I can give that to him. Something that a regular business consultant probably isn't going to do because that's not where they are. This is what I want you to pull out of you. What are those things that when you go and put them together, it makes you completely unique? It's your core genius. Once you discover your core genius, then, and only then, you're going to go out and just list, what are all the other things that I'm doing that have nothing to do with my core genius? Write all them down. All of that stuff is the stuff you want to start delegating out. You want to get to a point where all you're doing all day long is working in your core genius, that thing that makes you unique. You're doing what makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd, and everything else you're delegating out. So maybe you're delegating out your social media content, your emails, or even bringing in new clients. Maybe you have somebody vetting out applications for you for new clients coming into your programs or something like that. And you're not that front person anymore because you're busy working with the clients and basically doing what you do best, and let somebody else do the other stuff that you don't necessarily do best or plain old don't want to do. It's not your core genius. So when you find yourself going, oh God, I have to write my social media post. Oh my gosh, I have to do this week's email. I have to do this week's blog. I have to do this. When you find yourself doing that, guess what? Those are the things that you're delegating. So put them on the delegate list. And it might not be delegating them immediately. They're just going on the delegation list so that eventually you're going to phase them out. And then before you know it, all you're going to be doing is working in your core genius. And remember, your core genius, it's a fluid thing because we are constantly learning new things. So you're adding to that skill list, which adds to your core genius. So get started today. Easy peasy. Piece of paper. All you need, piece of paper and a pen. Set a timer for 2 minutes and just get started. So the whole exercise, getting the pen, getting the paper, putting the circles and the lines on the page, and then 2 minutes. So what, we're talking 5 minutes of your day here to start mapping your core genius and find out what makes you completely unique from everybody else. That's what I got for you this week. We'll see you next week on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.